Zone of turmoil, where none is well, the heroes found lost Arabelle. In the stockyards of town, they found the chap who stood disguised by a magical cap. When Rictavio of the circus his cap did doff, instead there stood Van Richten Rudolph.
Wow, nice.
Arabelle's uncle then came to take, but Rudolph said, "No, for goodness sake." Roe brokered a peace, but before they could go,
Right, she did.
from Arabelle's mouth came an older voice. Lo, in darkest night the light shall flee, no dawn to break, with no reprieve. From the grave the dead shall lie, their restless march a baleful sigh. At castle's peak a heart beats red, its hunger deep and ever fed. Should silence fall, the skies shall crack, 1,000 souls in torment black. As an aside, the child then said, Van Richten, yo, your son who's dead? He's been helping me out inside your cart, and he thinks you're a good man with all of his heart.
Wow.
They went back to the inn without resting a titch, because now they have to go see this Watcher house.
Nice.
Nice.
Welcome, friends, to Barovia.
To Barovia, this whole other country.
Barovia.
Stop going to rich, awful people houses.
Right? I mean, it's probably fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't go out alone with.
Oh, I'm going to.
No, don't.
It's gonna be great.
Great.
We're all gonna have a good time.
Kitty Mouse, I don't want to see your butt. This isn't
So-
doing it for me.
Just for some bookkeeping, because it's been a couple weeks.
It's been a while.
We gotta level.
Oh, leveling up.
Open up.
I have to like change everything for this.
Probably because we're now level 6. Stop biting me.
Is Irina with y'all for this part?
Oh, why does it matter?
I don't know.
I don't like it when he asks us questions. I feel like, yeah, right? She kind of always with us.
She is
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Or is. I don't know.
She,
What would Andy do?
she would, if you guys wanted to talk to her about it, she would say that she's. It's been a long time since I've been to town. I vaguely remember the Watchers, though I was mostly in the Baron's house when I was here. I don't have much to say one way or the other.
I understand whether or not she's with us for some reason.
I usually forget about her until like we're in it, and then I'm like, oh shit, is she here or not?
Oh, okay.
It's like, should I be speaking up as her, or should she be like gaining this information? I just wanted to establish before. She I think she'd be like happy to go with you guys, or like she has other things. She has other pots she's stirring as far as like trying to rally for the refugees.
No, that's fine. She can.
Or help out with the little kid she's teaching.
Listen, she doesn't have to be with us as long as you're not going to have Strahd come and like kidnap her if she's
Right?
not with us.
Is she gonna get kidnapped?
Is she?
Can I insight the DM? Is that a thing?
Are bad things going to happen to her if she's not with us?
Bad things happen.
Don't bite me.
Nothing we can do.
She's not
She dies, she dies.
with us. That's no, Abe.
I've watched
She's
Rocky
important.
4. She dies, she
She's one of-
dies.
One of the tarot cards.
I mean, but we probably got all the uses out of her. Okay, I am for keeping her with us. Because I feel like
Otherwise, Strahd will get her.
yeah, I feel like Strahd's gonna take her anyways when Strahd wants to take her. But I feel like maybe we have a chance to learn something when that happens.
Okay, she's with us But it's okay if you forget to RP her if she's just quiet.
Sure.
She doesn't have like anything.
Yeah, we go up to
Tell
the
her.
door and I'm like, look, you shut your fucking face, okay? And then we go up.
You'll listen your witnesses so you'll get kidnapped.
Don't you get
You'll look out of your
kidnapped.
mouth and thank you.
Okie dokie.
I don't feel like that was the right answer. I regret everything
Right?
we made choices of. This is the worst.
Write it down. Write it down, Abe, that you in your notes that you said she was with us. So when she dies, it's on you.
A
It's
thick garden
Corvus's fault.
filled with herbs and vines stands beside this wide, red-roofed manor. A slouching roof hangs heavily over furrowed gables, and moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. A handsome red-painted door stands at the house's entrance, its upper half set with frosted glass. Irina says, "Wow, that's a very large red-roofed house. Good I'm here."
Okay, that's the only words you get.
Okay, I'll just be back here until combat happens, I guess.
Oh shit, we should have taught her some more things.
Maybe she's level 7.
Oh, speaking of Ro, as it was most recently keen on your mind about curing lycanthropy,
Yeah.
and you had mentioned a prayer at 4th rank that would be helpful.
Yes.
You have seen someone in town cast 4th rank priest spells.
Oh, what's his face?
Yeah.
Oh.
Blinsky? Is it Blinsky? It's probably Blinsky.
It's monkey. It was the monkey.
God, no.
Oh, okay, well, that makes sense that he's a badass. Okay. Oh, well
He's-
then I could just...
He's frail, but he's a badass.
Alright, we haven't been back there yet though, right? Just
Not
wondering.
in a long time.
Hmm?
Not in a while. You haven't been back there. Okay.
Should
What
talk
would you guys
to
like to do?
him before I bite someone.
Who are you talking about? You talking about
The
Old-
priest.
old man priests? Weren't you just there this morning?
You were just there this morning.
Yeah, I just
Wow.
forgot to mention it.
Like, hey, while you're putting these bones away. I mean, he's probably tired today. I don't think it would make sense
Right,
to
he
do
had a
it.
big ritual this morning. It's
Yeah.
fine. I'll talk to him.
Just
next
wake
time
him
I
up
see him.
first thing tomorrow, maybe,
Listen.
if we survive.
Let's do another ritual. Otherwise, I want to eat your face.
Can he do a revive
So-
spell? Just asking for a friend. Oh my
Like
god.
revivify? What
Yeah,
level is that?
I don't know. I'm
So
just...
Irina's like front and center, right?
No,
No,
she's not.
God, Irina, get
the
the
back, but
fuck
not the
out
very
of the
back.
way. God, no.
Nope, she's like, yeah, she's
Okay, so she's gonna knock on the door.
It's no. Leah's in the back, then Irina, and Leah's gonna be watching over
Right.
her.
and Silas is in the middle. No, yeah.
Yeah,
In the front?
Silas, don't. No,
Corvus is in
no,
the
you're
front.
not the talker.
Corvus, and then Ro, and then Silas, Irina, and then Lee.
Oh my God. Can we have stopped by like a general store before we got here, just for?
You want to bring like a bottle of wine? Like
Yes.
You
All
can
kidding
have
aside,
wine.
yes.
You want to bring a bottle of
Can't
wine?
you just
like
prestidigitate that stuff or something?
Okay, look, I didn't take prestidigitation. I can provide them an instrument that will disappear in 24 hours.
Why don't you just... Well, there you go. There's a gift.
I do
Just
that.
pick some of
I
that.
cast summon instrument.
some of those herbs are flowering. Make a little bouquet.
Actually, I don't know
Who
how
wants
long.
wine?
It lasts.
Wine's too cliche.
I brought you this loot.
I mean, I probably
Light
have
rock.
something. Let me look at my inventory.
Why are you all being so weird? We're just going for dinner.
Well,
That
it's
was weird.
important
Everyone's like dancing around.
to bring.
They're customs. They're customs where we come from.
Let me
Rose
just-
said I should go between her and you, and you won't move.
Would it be weird to give her a potion of silver salve?
We need to-
Irina rolls her eyes and says, "Knock on the door. They probably are in there listening right now. And all this silliness."
Wait, I'm not at the door. Let me move up.
I'm sure there's a butler right inside, hearing every word.
Oh, thank goodness.
I,
You should have left her coffee.
I knock at the door.
She shoulders in front of Ro.
That's not what she. Oh, okay.
Listen, it's not going to be on us if she gets murdered at this point. This
That's
player
true.
is really aggressive.
Okay, before the door opens, I lean back
You didn't ask for this.
and I don't look at Ro, or in this case, Irina, and I go, Ro, you gotta really make sure you're watching out for Irina. And then I kind of turn around, oh, God.
When you turn back
That's
around, the door is already open. And a
That guy's a vampire.
That's not a disfigured hillbilly.
middle-aged, clean-cut man in fairly fine servant's livery opens the door.
He's like a model.
Is that the
Good
first
evening.
thing you say to him?
Really
Look at this.
model.
Look at that.
Like a
Look at that bone
part-time
structure.
model.
Damn.
I mean, Corvus is a little embarrassed.
Going really well.
Corvus Knox, I presume.
Well, yes, and then well, here upon request from the lady of the house. I'm sure she's expecting.
Of course. Thank you for coming.
Do you want us to come in or just stand here?
Where's
Maybe dinner isn't ready. We can wait outside.
Why is my music not playing?
It
You
was
guys hear
playing.
music?
Oh,
I did hear it.
it's playing
Well,
again.
that's
It's back. It's back now.
Burgermeister Mansion music.
That's the one I want. It's weird because, like, if I control it with my web browser, it doesn't work. But if I control it with the server, it does work.
Interesting.
Yes, of course. Welcome to Watchster House. Perhaps I may take your coats and belongings. He steps to the side. Actually, where he would offer a hand to take coats or whatever you hand him.
Yeah, I'll take off my hat and if you don't mind, it was a keepsake, a gift. Don't go too far without it. And I'll step in.
He does a slight bow and says, "Everything will be taken care of to the utmost, I assure you." He will take your coats and he kind of steps off to the side and puts them into a closet here off to the right.
Fancy.
I take the feather out of my cap and I put it into my lapel before
Sure.
I hand it over.
Sure. And as he kind of collects coats and whoever gives them doesn't really matter. He doesn't demand weapons or anything, although you are kind of walking in armed into a house. He definitely takes note of those who are walking visibly armed.
It's mostly
I'll give
for
him
show.
my weapons.
Oh yeah, well, I'll give up my. Yeah, that's fine.
Really?
Anticipating a fight.
He doesn't ask us to, right? He just notices.
He just notices.
I'll see him
Yeah.
eyeing up my weapons, and I'll give them to him.
I do not.
I do not.
It goes with the outfit.
I
Vials,
mine are
though.
not in my hands actively.
I'm gonna keep these potions. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna put them in my
Those
pockets.
are mine.
And these
So
alchemical
then
reactions.
Into the store. A wooden staircase. As this door opens, you can see a wooden staircase leading up to a balcony above. At the foot of the stairs is a landing with 3 stained glass doors and wooden frames. We're just walking through one of those doors, but then off to the right and left, you see 2 doors. Oh, there. Ping.
Ping, ping.
So he leads you to the staircase. You begin to smell an assortment of delicious scents, both sweet and savory.
Dinner.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, so he would kind of take you guys through off to the left. As you walk through, you see the door to the right is cracked open.
Oh, look at that guy.
Yep.
His name's Phil.
Inside, you see a man inside a kitchen preparing a roast leg of lamb and other, like, looks like maybe some vegetable stews or something in there. He looks over his shoulder, like, inquisitively at you all, like, jostling around in the room. Please.
Tip my hat. But it's not
You
there.
don't have it. Yep, nice. Halik turns and says, he stands beside the table, stands up straight and says, actually, I think he would stop right here, and he gestures in towards the couched sofas over here. Please, make yourselves comfortable in the parlor.
I'm in the corner.
Would anyone like a glass of wine while you await Lady Watchter's arrival?
I think it'd be rude not to say yes.
The correct answer is yes, thank you.
Oh.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, they're being really weird tonight, she says to Leek.
Yes, and please. Thank you. Damn it.
Can you believe they didn't want to bring me?
Those idiots.
She's not salty at all.
Yeah, so Irina goes in and sits down.
Silas will sit down as well on his sofa.
Sure. So he wrote you in and said, he says, excuse me, I will return shortly with your beverages. Wine for everyone, or would something else be of use?
Wine is fine.
He just nods and retreats, shutting the door behind him. So in here, you see wood paneling, embroidered rugs, colorful furnishings, and a blazing fire. It almost makes the chamber kind of stifling with the kind of dry heat in here. Above the mantle is an elk's head mounted, and across from the hearth, you see tall, slender windows. Nope, that's not this room. We're in the parlor, Indy.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
I don't see any
Wrong
windows.
room.
There's no windows.
Forget all about it. There's no elk head.
It's not even couches.
Here, there are 3 elegant couches surrounding an oval table made of black glass. All are set in front of a blazing hearth, above which hangs the portrait of a smirking nobleman sporting a broken nose and a tangle of hair graying his temples. There are several smaller portraits hanging on the north wall near Orcs and Go.
And we'll walk around and look at the portraits.
Sure. You recognize, you see portraits of various ages. Looks to be all of family pictures. Portraits of, you assume, the Watcher line. Some of the more recent pictures depict a the lord that you see over the mantle. You assume the lady. Two young men who you have seen before in the Blue Water Inn.
They were the shitty ones, right?
They were drunk.
Okay.
And a young woman. Kind of the newest ones, so the three children and 2 parents.
The young woman looked to me close-ish in age to the 2 young men.
They're all paintings, so it's hard to tell. It's more so it really depends on when the paintings were done. But yeah, maybe.
Like she's not like significantly younger than them or anything.
Not in the paintings, no.
Right, yeah. Like
They all seem to be maybe
similar age.
Maybe early teens.
Okay.
The boys you saw were much older, whatever you got.
Right. But I just want to make sure that they weren't like teenagers and she was an infant or anything.
Interesting.
Anyone else doing anything while Rose looking at the pictures? To lock these doors before you click them in.
I do want to click them.
Just open the door. Open door.
Have to say the words.
I'm curious. All right, just wanted to see my vision
Sure.
back here.
Check out the dining room.
Yeah, I
So
just
here you. Yeah. If you take a wander over to the dining room, you see this huge dining table, super ornate with a crystal chandelier hanging above it. The silverware all looks a little bit tarnished, and the dishes, you notice, like several of them are chipped, but all are still very elegant and clearly finely made. There are 8 chairs here. All of their backs are adorned with elk horns. And there are arched windows made of a latticework of iron and glass, looking out into the fog-swept estate.
Go peek out the windows.
Sure.
Refresh me. The house itself is kind of dilapidated, right? It's like covered in vines and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it looked like it was in okay repair, but it looks a little bit overgrown, for sure.
Okay.
Can you see through those? Yeah, you can.
I can't, because I saw Lee just hanging out at this.
Oh,
What?
What?
The person out there.
You can
Lee.
see what?
Yeah.
Ah, Lee, how'd you jump through that window?
This guy don't see anyone else, just Lee.
Silas, you gotta come look out these windows. You see a whole world out there.
I'm actually quite comfortable here, thank you.
I saw Lee a moment ago. I wasn't looking out the window.
Ellie clears his throat from the door.
These are beautiful windows.
The crowds are lovely.
Thank you, sir.
Does he even
The
trade
estate
drinks?
is one of the oldest and finest in all of Balaki. Your wine.
Is it red or is it white? I don't ask, I just look.
It is red.
But like real wine, not like blood wine.
Oh, it's blood wine. I'm gonna drink it.
Did you take it?
Yeah, I walk over and thank him and take it. Does he give us like all glasses, or does he just give me a bottle of wine?
He has
All right.
the tray of glasses. He has a tray of glasses that he brought in.
What was-
Actually, he probably would do the whole thing where he offers to whoever comes to him first to like do a small taste to see if it's of their liking, and then he would pour glasses for everyone.
Does he have a towel over his arm?
Of course. Halik doesn't mess around.
what's his name? Balik?
Halik.
Halik. While he's pouring my taste, I say, "Oh, Halik, how long you been working for the lady?"
He'd say, "Oh, many years. My family has been in service with the Watchers for, well, since I was born." Excuse me. I'm going to see to the kitchen staff. Leaves you all with your wine. Retreats back into the kitchen. Or who knows?
That cook has cold, dead eyes. Cold, dead eyes.
I'm not actually thirsty, said Lee. He leaves his glass on the table.
I pick it up. Yeah. I'm gonna take a sip of this wine. What the hell?
It tastes good, well made. It actually, how much of a connoisseur for wine would you say?
I mean,
Corvus is?
Corvus isn't a snob, but he's been around, so he knows when it's like trash and when it's actually pretty good.
You're pretty sure you've tasted similar wine to this here. You wouldn't be surprised if it is also from this Wizard of Wines winery that you've been hearing of so frequently. Seems to be most of the wine you've seen in this town is from this Wizard of Wines.
You know, I'm not necessarily a betting man, but if I had to guess, this could be more of that Wizards of Wines we hear so much about. As I'm twirling 2 goblets. Quite good.
Does everyone else drink the wine?
Yeah.
Let Andy make
Drink
a note of that. Note. Lee didn't drink the wine.
True. Irina does.
Everyone else is fucked. Got it.
She savors it for a moment and says, Red Dragon Crush, I believe. I don't know the year yet. I'm still working on wines.
Well, Irina, quite the wine connoisseur.
A hobby of yours, Irina?
I was being raised to be one of the leaders of my village. She shrugs.
The sword at your side, sometimes I forget that. My apologies.
No, it's fine. It feels like a long time ago.
Well, just sitting in the corner staring at us.
Oh, I was wondering when you would ask about her. Does Ro notice her?
Yeah.
Everyone's a model in this place.
Shut up, I had to go to AI.
Children.
They only do models.
They really do.
Models
I've tried to make
I was gonna say,
it ugly.
Everybody is hot.
Or hideously grotesque. So you see Ro, since you're the first to mention it. There's a young woman wearing slippers and a nightgown. Maybe around 16 years old. She's standing in the open doorway that leads back to the staircase. Behind her, you see some activity in the kitchen as the cook and the butler are in there working.
Does she look curious, scared, sickly?
She is staring vacantly into the room in your direction.
Vacantly.
Uh-huh.
Smile at her.
That's not concerning at all. We shouldn't have brought Irina.
Ariel looks at her with concern and then looks over towards Corvus and Ro, who she's basically staring kind of in your guys' direction.
Ro will go from smiling at her to sort of like giving us a little wave.
She doesn't respond.
Friendly wave.
When suddenly
Dun, dun, dun.
you hear a stumbling thump from behind her, and one of the young men you recognize from the bar from the night before kind of stumbles down the stairs, one arm against the wall. He goes, Oh, Stella, what are you doing here? Uh, Looking past her towards you guys, he kind of puts a hand on her arm. I'm incredibly sorry for my sister. I'll get her out of your hair. I assure you.
Well, it's quite all right. It is her home after all. We are interrupting.
He kind of nods at you and says, shuffles her kind of behind him a little bit. She just kind of demurely just walks in that direction a few steps and then stops. I recognize you all. I'm from the Blue Water Inn a few nights ago. I think I still have a bit of a headache from that morning. Nicola, nice to see you all again. You recognize him from one of the portraits. He's a little bit older now.
Is the girl also from the portrait?
Yeah, same girl.
Yeah.
That's actually probably pretty close in age. Like you would say she's may have only been done a year or two ago. Here you put her probably around like 16. So, what brings you all to Watcher House? Nikolai says.
An invitation to dine.
Oh,
Are you not joining us?
you know, yes, I was told about this, and I'm definitely going to come. You clearly catch the idea that he is, and probably this is just. You see the recognition in his eyes, like he definitely was told about this and probably forgot.
Nice.
No, I've been looking forward to it. Yes, wonderful.
What part were you most looking forward to?
I just wanted
Nice.
to hear another one of those stories that you told from the inn, like the vampire story you told. It was a grand tale. The hair thing.
Well, I'm glad it was at least memorable.
Nikolai, I think you've done quite enough here bothering our guests. And what have you done letting Stella wander off like this? You see a woman.
Oh, whoa, man.
A woman.
A woman. I really enjoy that they're all different art styles. I appreciate like an
right.
artful Houghton, you know?
Nikolai turns to her and says, sorry, Mom. I was just about to take Stella for a nice walk around the gardens. I think a little fresh air would be good. She was sort of like kind of straight backed, nose up a little bit. You can see she kind of like warms up a little bit. Her demeanor softens a little bit. Yes, I think that would be quite well. Remember, it's a brisk evening. And ensure Stella is warmly dressed if you're to take her outside. He just, yes, Mom, of course. And he sort of leads Stella out the front door.
It's not weird. Not weird at all.
The lady herself walks in and says,
I'll stand up as she walks in.
thank you all for coming at my invitation. I do apologize for the disturbance of my children. I am Lady Fiona Watcher. Welcome to the Watcher House. It was my pleasure that you accepted my invitation. Please, sit. Make yourselves comfortable. Now it's time for us to relax cordial conversation.
She gesturing to the dining table or the
No, she
couches?
back to the couches. She did.
No,
Uh,
go back, Silas, go back.
Oop, oop.
Oh man, oh god, oh man. I'll stand over here.
there's enough. There's
sit
enough
on the
room on the
couch
couches.
together.
Like,
All
these
right, I
couches are,
sit on top of
on Rose's
Silas.
lap. Okay.
Sitting
up.
next to you.
You believe what you want, man. This couch is very comfortable. For the record, I don't sit down until she does. I just
Okay.
move over there.
Yeah, I do the same. Sit when she sits.
So she looks around you all. You've been making quite a stir. I have to say, I feel rather privileged that you have graced my house with your presence.
Heard of us?
My dear, the whole town has heard of you.
This stir we've caused. Is the talk positive, negative, scandalized?
Well, she glances down to her glass for a moment, purses her lips, and kind of looks you directly in the eyes and says, I suppose it depends on who you ask. Many in town see you as trouble. You're Shamiro making waves. Upsetting the status quo, hinting at discomfort among the populace, of course. People fear what they don't understand, and quite frankly, you are far outside of any of our understandings. I saw people with vision. I saw people brave enough to stand against the status quo.
Is that why you invited us here?
Outsiders are a rare sight in the lackey. And by all of your deeds, espouse your competence. Standing up to these extrosity in the streets. Battling on the rooftops. Word has it. Helping out our dear priest with some matter or other. In such troubled times, it's always wise to find friends. And to the canny eye, friends may be found in unexpected places.
Are you another who has demonstrated the bravery to question the status quo?
My dear, it is no secret that I find the current Baron preposterously foolish. He knows it. The whole town knows it. I'm vocal in my speaking against his foolish festivals and his barbaric treatment of our people. And what since you asked her a question, she kind of like eyes up the way you hold yourself and your bearing. You're a curious one. From what What profession do you call your own? It's hard to place.
Most of my life, I've been a soldier.
She nods appreciatively.
You have spoken up about the status quo, but words and actions are not the same. Is it because you have lacked allies that you have not acted?
Um, she she nods in recognition of that. She says, "In truth, I am a realist. The most powerful weapon at my disposal currently are my words. I have some pull among the people here, and I believe I have some respect among them. But the fact is, those only go so far. With the current power in the town being swayed so mightily towards the Baron and his minion Strahd, of course, there's little I have found I'm able to do directly. We can talk business later, if you wish. I'd like to know more about all of you. Or perhaps you would like to know anything more about me. She nods towards Irina and says, and of course, my dear Ms. Kulyana, I offer my sincerest apologies, my sincerest condolences at the loss of your father. The land is a worse place for it. She sort of nods deeply towards Irina, who kind of stiffens up a little bit, but thank you, lady. Those are kind. Your words are speak kindness. Turning towards Lily. I think she just sort of surveys him for a moment and then passes over him towards Silas.
He goes in a mountain stance.
Silas, you get your scarf on?
I do.
Cool.
As she looks at me, I take a big gulp of wine.
Gulp.
Start getting sweaty, real sweaty.
She just smiles at you, like a brisk, like a very brief, chill, curling of the mouth. Welcome. You've been rather quiet. What's your name? Haven't heard your name.
Silas, my lady. Silas
Lee.
Covers.
Fiona is fine. I do wish that we will become friends. Silas.
Yes, of course. My lady, Fiona.
Is this the first time we've
What is
heard
it?
his last name, or am I just dumb?
I mean, I've just read it in his book.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay,
Rose read a whole
'cause
book about it.
I was
I
gonna
know
say,
everything
I don't
about
think I've ever heard it before, so. Alright, cool.
Corvus just pulls out a journal.
Oh, yeah.
Today I heard
That-
Silas's last name. I think
Dear
we're becoming best
diary.
friends.
Then I sat on his lap on the couch.
Was that 2 P's or 1? Is it more of a silent
one.
P? Yeah, okay. Continue. I'm listening.
She kind of glances down at your vials and says, "Chemist, it seems."
Pharmacist. Yes.
Actually,
Mm.
we prefer the term.
Pharmacology.
I like chemicals.
A worthy endeavor, though not one you often see in the field, enacting acts of bravery for a town strange to you.
What they say in Barovia.
She actually
He just kind of kicks the floor and look. He doesn't make eye contact with her.
What do they say? What in Barovia? What?
Do as the Barovians do. I don't know. I was. Anyways, your home was lovely.
She looks around and says, "Thank you." And of course, Corvus Knox.
Fiona. I'm more.
If-
Watcher.
Word on the street is you were flirting with the Baron.
I mean,
Let's get this straight. The Baron was flirting with me.
there are not too many people who I do not delight in their company or see the importance of greasing a wheel.
I do hope that tonight is no exception, she says, with this, again, small, like, curling of her mouth and a smile. Most of the time, she seems like pretty, like, chill, cool-faced. At that, Halik re-enters the room. Madam, guests, dinner is served. He steps back and cook and two maids.
Oh man,
as a-
just
oh, oh,
dead stare. Dinner's ready.
Do we know anything about the? Is she married or is her husband dead? Is the guy in the paintings?
You haven't seen him walking around yet. The son Nikolai looked a lot like him.
Okay,
but
but we don't
younger.
we don't know anything more about the family.
You can ask her while. So the cook,
No,
the cook and the their two maids come in
No, I'm not
to
going to
set the
say,
table.
"Hey, is your husband dead?" I just was going to ask if we.
Hey, your husband dead. He dead.
So the
Hey.
man of the house, he's deceased.
He is conspicuously absent from this talk so far. You've seen her, one of her sons, and a daughter, presumably. And then the rest of the servants. So he is like conspicuously absent. His portrait is over the fireplace.
Didn't you say something about his portrait though?
He's got a broken nose.
Broken nose. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, there's
Like
something
silver
weird
symbols.
about it.
Okay. Did any of you, while they're setting the table, have anything you wanted to say or ask of Fiona? Do you guys remember anything of what you heard about her before? Because you were asking a lot of people about her, Rachel, last session. There's one big thing.
She supports Strahd, doesn't she?
Uh-huh.
She's a Strahd stan.
That's right.
Lee probably doesn't like that. That's probably why he's so quiet.
It's just figure your characters would probably have that in their minds. So I want to make sure that was out there. All right, so they're gonna start setting the table. Looks like they're bringing out a roast leg of lamb, stewed vegetables, potatoes, butters, cheeses, all kinds of stuff. As they walk away, Fiona sort of nods at them and says, "Thank you, David. Thank you, girls. Halik, we'll see you all. We'll invite you all to sit at the table."
I'm gonna stand behind the chair until she sits down. I want to be closest to the gravy.
Goddamn
Real close to
gravy.
the gravy.
I haven't had gravy in forever.
So everyone makes their way to the table. Irina does too. She says, "Everything smells wonderful, man. Fiona." Oh shoot, they're still out there. Okay.
Compliments to the chef. That's his happy face.
It's as happy as it gets. Thanks. I feel like his name is actually
Horse,
Bluto.
says Lee.
I'm sure you can.
So though the food seems very well cooked, as I said, it's like a big leg of lamb. Halik, looks like there are already portions served out by the serving staff. And as you all start to eat, Lady Fiona has taken a few bites. But between a few bites, she wipes and says, "So, what do you all think of Valaki so far?"
It's
Is that good?
different.
It's alright.
Many
Different
festivals.
Yes. Different from what you're used to back home?
I'm pretty sure this place is different than any other place.
What is the deal with these festivals, anyways?
I would hate to speak for the Baron. Fortunately, the Baron speaks enough for half the town.
I
Makes it
generally
clear.
laugh out loud for that.
He's made it very clear that he believes that if enough of the townsfolk are truly happy, then that will fight off Strahd's influence in Barovia. So he forces these festivals under threat of the stocks or exile.
The meetings will continue until morale improves.
Exactly.
Festivals will continue.
And what
His
is it?
family has ruled for some time.
What is it you believe, Fiona?
I am a realist, and I know people are not happy. You know, putting people in the stocks for not smiling at a time when there's not much to smile about is idiocy, lunacy. It does nothing but make the people angry and less likely to help in times of true strife and chaos. I believe it's just going to get worse the longer this goes. I believe it's already gone on far long enough.
The longer what goes?
The Baron's lunacy. wasn't so bad before Strahd came back months ago. But he believes these festivals have become a obsession, fixation. They've become weekly. The punishments have become worse for people who do not do exactly as the festival says. He's criminalized malicious unhappiness, if you believe it.
All is well. Yeah.
All is not well, and everyone knows it, but no one can say it. At least no one's willing to.
Leaving his methods out of the equation momentarily, what do you think about his assertion that Strahd should be fought with joy and hope?
She, you can tell she really like thinks about that one as she just like takes a savoring drink of her wine and sort of looks up at the chandelier and like the lights dancing, the crystals up there. As I have twice before said, and since it is so important, I will say once more, I am a realist. As preferable as some may find it, some such as the Baron may find it, to think about and live in a realm that is not ruled by Strahd von Zarovich. We do live in such a realm, and it is my belief that we must come to terms with it. Unlike Vargas, the Baron, Strahd at least is capable of reason.
You've found that to be true. Strahd is capable of reason.
And what terms are you comfortable with?
For what terms are you what?
Comfortable with.
No. He asks for fealty. So far has done very little to come to our town and flex his ways upon us, unlike the Baron. Whether the Baron likes it or not, the Baron does serve Lord Strahd. Whether any of us like it or not, we are powerless to do anything against him.
So you mean to bend the knee?
I mean to do whatever it takes to protect my town. Best I can.
So you said that.
Forgive me, lady, but submitting to a tyrant doesn't sound like protecting your town. It sounds like cowardice.
Would it be cowardice if I were to start a rebellion against Strahd? Get people killed? Irina just like puts down her fork. Sorry, dear. These are the terms in which I must think.
There's a large gray area between bending the knee and getting your followers killed. A vast field in between those extremes. And the extreme where we all accept and hide in realism means that nothing will change. There are many, many options that lie between doing nothing and acting so rashly that people die.
I believe we agree with you that the Baron's methods are not preferable
Well,
either. There's a difference between actual hope and delusion.
She hasn't seemed to be like stung much by any of your guys' like pointed semi-accusations, right?
That sounds overpowered.
Right. So she hasn't been bristling at much of that. Like she's offered, she mostly just seems to be like considering and watching you guys throughout all of it. But yeah, she hasn't been like getting her hackles up because of it, even though like this is not kindly like dinner time etiquette to be calling your hostess a coward.
She knew what she's getting into when she invited us. She knows we're trouble.
I'm just letting you know that like she is, for what it's worth, that she seems to be like taking everything you guys are saying on the chin.
Sure.
So she nods towards you, Ro, and says, "That may be very well true. I will do as I've said. I will pursue any option to protect my people. I love this town. The biggest threat I see to this town right now is not Strahd. Strahd is not putting our people in stocks or exiling them. Strahd is not keeping the refugees from Barovia outside of the wall. Strahd is not keeping the people of Valaki in fear.
Ro nods at her.
Strahd is not the enemy at my stoop.
I think we can agree that the Baron is a problem.
Yeah, I would not disagree. My question becomes, if the ban is removed and perhaps someone else is given the power, what then? What then when Strahd does become a problem? If you truly knew that perhaps we were dancing on rooftops with the spawns of the devil himself, then you know he's walking amongst you. So what then?
Those were Strahd servants on the rooftops.
I don't know who else they'd be.
We only knew of some fantastical battle on the roofs, some big scuffle. You say there were envoys of Lord Strahd himself?
Well, unfortunately, that one did in fact get away.
Impressive. Both. That you survived. That managed to scare one away.
Hi, Louie. I'm Louie.
Silas was right, that we all seem to be in agreement that the Baron is the more pressing of the problems. Corvus is also right that we have already been a thorn in Strahd's side, and fully intend to continue to be one. So if you are indeed looking for allies, and that prompted your invitation to us, you should be aware that while the Baron is a pressing problem, Strahd is our ultimate goal here.
You're a fool. You think that didn't already expect that. You're a fool, even larger fool. You think that Strahd doesn't know you oppose him. I knew exactly who I was inviting to my home. For you to suggest otherwise makes me think that not only do you believe me a coward, but also a fool. I am neither. I presumed, I hope rightfully, that you all would be interested in improving things for my home. Improving the lot of the thousands of Valakians who are suffering under Baron Vargas Valakovich. I would never presume to ask you to stop your quest in reducing others' sufferings. Though I hope that in your quest to reduce sufferings and perhaps find a little bit of hope for those in this land, you will not bring the wrath of our Lord upon us. I heard a yelling child. She stopped yelling though. 1 second.
Pause. Game on. Okay, so part of me is completely for helping this lady overthrow that guy. Part of me thinks that guy is actually kind of a good guy, but a douche. Part of me says we kill them all.
He was gonna
I
throw
say
that
we-
lady in the stuff, and he won't let the refugees in, and his like right-hand guy is a total
Is a monster.
right.
And also, Irina's brother,
Oh.
apparently.
Yeah. But I mean, that guy's definitely gotta go. And I feel like Baron, like, I don't know, should probably go. I mean, maybe he's just really misguided, but his general's gotta go for sure.
Should at least get her out, I think.
Andy, I have a question.
Yes.
In comparison to is no fun, is no Blinsky, in comparison to the Baron's house and Fiona's house, which one is actually bigger?
Baron's house.
Okay. Maybe you just described this one differently, and I was like, this is a big fucking house. Okay, cool.
I mean, it is a big house.
But the Baron's
Big
is
house.
bigger. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So, I've been in town. My family has been in Valakia many generations, as has the Barons. If you wish any more further information, which may inform your perspective about this town, I'm happy to provide what I can.
Baron's family has been in charge for generations. I imagine it's just passed from father to son in some sort of archaic system.
Boris Valakovich founded the town nearly 500 years ago. They've been ruling this place ever since. They claim to have royal blood in their veins. They always have believed themselves to be superior to others in the valley. 11 years ago is when Vargas took over from his father, Valentin. Passed away in his sleep at 50 years. Peacefully, they say, if you would believe it.
And the current Baron's son, what are your thoughts on him as a potential successor to his father?
Victor. He's an odd boy. He's keeps himself locked up most of the time. He seems kind enough when I see him. But he is still just a boy.
So let's say we align ourselves and create a hoopla. What do you suppose we do to oust a certain individual in charge? Can't just simply walk in and kill him in cold blood.
To be frank, the only thing that has stopped Vargas from being deposed earlier is his what does she call him? His right-hand man, Isaac Strahd. Sure, I've already heard how you've met him. Stood up to him. Congratulations. He serves both as the captain of the guard here and as the personal enforcer for the Vlakovich family.
Weird,
If he were to be removed, is there just another lower in the ranks waiting to step up and take his place? Or is he one of a kind in the Baron's ranks?
He is one of a kind. His fury knows no bounds, and the arm, the wretched,
With the arm.
evil arm.
Yeah, what is that? That was strange. And I've seen
about-
strange.
He's always had it as far as I know. He was orphaned at a young age, lost his sister to a pack of wolves. Both parents were lost to grief and alcohol not long after. He was often mocked for his disability, but many of his tormentors as a youth went missing. People stopped laughing at him after that. No bodies were ever found, but rumors always circled that even then, the child, Isaac, was murderous enough to take out anyone, rash enough to torment him for his disfigurements. He was arrested at a young age, taken into the town guard, and there they all but adopted him as one of their own. He served them faithfully ever since. Correction. Redacted.
Redact. Never happened.
He lost an arm. He lost one of his arms in the wolf attack that also killed his sister. But at some point when he was with the Vlakoviches, so all the people that went missing, even though he was missing an arm and only a child, I've always assumed, rumor has always said, that the child Isaac was still able to kill them, still had the murderous instinct to kill them with only one arm. It was only until he was about 16, maybe. He somehow got a new arm. The one you see resembles a devil's own arm. Red and terrible. Curiously, it was the same day that Valentin Valakovich was announced to have passed away when his new arm came. Catford. And it was that day when Ezek grew a new power, was able to conjure flames, hellfire itself. It was that day he officially became part of the Guard. And the longer it goes, the more of a terror he has become. He is hated. More than that, he is feared. So long as he serves in the household of Valakovich, any attempt to shift this town's political leadership will be met with violent brutality. That I am sure. However, you do appear to be capable, intelligent, most importantly, good-hearted individuals. You're well-armed, well-trained. If there's anyone that could help this town in its hour of need, it is you. I have not the power to destroy Ezek, but you may. If you find him at a time when he is vulnerable, unaccompanied by his guards, perhaps. Without Ezek, Vargas will have no power here. He's burned too many bridges. He's caused too much strife and hatred. He will have to step down.
Once that vacuum of power is created, what then? What strife is caused, or what unforeseen potential worse options arise?
You mean riots? Militia? What is it that you're...
We mean you, bitch. Just,
Are there?
sorry, I didn't actually say that.
Will there be a scramble for power? Are there others who will seek to fill that vacuum? While we agree that he is not the one who should be in power, we should think through the aftermath. There will be consequences.
She she probably wouldn't think about this for too long, because I'm sure she's thought through this a lot, right? She says, there are none other that I can think of with the temperament or interest to lead here. As for the people, they are ready for a change. That is my belief. If we present them a change quickly, an alternative quickly, it's my belief that they will accept that change.
What other vulnerabilities does Ezek have other than not being surrounded by his subordinates?
Without his subordinates, he is incredibly powerful. Though he is known to be a heavy drinker, he is a formidable foe, but in the hopes that this conversation would progress as it has, I have procured a bottle of poisoned wine.
I immediately look at the goblet that I'm drinking out of and sit it back down.
She just sort of puts a hand like to at ease for you. I don't expect it will kill him, but it should dull his senses for a time after he drinks it. If you do choose to accept this assignment, I will have one of my associates deliver it to you. She's gonna look around the room to try to read where all you guys are sitting. If anyone is trying to disguise how they are feeling about her or the situation right now, you're welcome to roll a deception or something. Otherwise, what could she read off of you guys, body language wise?
Silas is thinking about poisons.
Sure.
And how much it would be needed to poison somebody that large.
Sure. Maybe hellfire in their veins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hero's also like deep in the tank as far as like how to manipulate him and get him alone and like.
Sure. So let me put it this way: since we had a super long conversation about like her loyalties to the town, like she probably was like also trying to gauge reactions through all of that. So feeling about her leader. There's been a lot of questions about like who's going to lead this place, or is there going to be a big fight?
Yeah, I think originally Silas was thinking about that, and that's when he mentioned the cowardice thing. But now his mind has kind of switched to the analytical, and he's thinking mostly of, okay, I also agree that Isaac needs to go. Don't like the dude. So,
yeah. He's not great.
But he is formidable. So how do we take him down in a smart way? Because we're not going to be able to take him down one-on-one as much as Lee might want to.
Corvus is playing just his airy, nonchalant self. But whatever my role actually shows her, I am 100% on board that this guy had to go from the beginning. And that this just could be our opportunity to have an extra easier attempt at killing this guy.
Yep. Are you guys in general feeling much reservations toward her at the moment?
Oh, absolutely. But I'm thinking one problem at a time.
Okay.
I guess.
About Ro?
Yeah, Ro, like, is within the realm of possibility as far as Ro is concerned that, like, yes, she definitely wants the Baron gone, but also in order to protect her town, which Ro thinks that she wants to do, would she also, like, offer us up to Strahd as, like, an offering of, like, hey, look, I got you these people, leave my town alone. Like, Ro thinks that, yeah, she definitely cares about her town and keeping it safe, but, like, is going to do so in a cautious, risk-averse way, and, like, sacrificing us to her cause would not surprise Ro.
Yep, 100%. It's all about the town, and whether it's a one person or our party or just a couple of people, like, yeah. So, Corvus is very much like, she feels the lesser of two evils, but is she the lesser?
Right. She doesn't care about us. She cares about her town, and we are going to help keep her town safe. But also, sacrificing us to Strahd would probably keep her town safe.
Yeah,
I think she understands what
it's an
this
added
is.
bonus.
I think we also understand what it is. I think that's kind of where we're sitting right now.
Yep. It's what do they call that? Like bad bed folks, or I don't know. Corvus would know. Abe doesn't know.
really fun is that the wine she gave us is truth serum. We all just said that out loud to her.
And then I thought, what an
She just
ugly
was it.
dress.
I mean, it's part of the whole diplomatic thing is she's trying to get a read on where you guys are sitting to see what she should be saying next, right? She's
She's running away.
I think we were literally and figuratively chewing it over.
while you guys are sort of thinking and eating, she actually stands up and wanders over a few feet and brushes a finger against one of the portraits of her family on the wall. She would say, Barovia, Valaki, Kresk. The land's 3 lights of civilization. She says, she's pointing actually at a map on the wall. Did you know, however, there was once a 4th? It was a fishing village named Perez, built on the banks of the Luna River, not far south from here. She points down, she traces a figure down the river, points at it. In its prime, it was a bustling and thriving place, full of hope, laughter. Then, one day, more than 300 years ago, the village's burgomaster defied the will of Strahd von Zarovich. The details are lost to time, but the histories make clear that Perez thought itself able to challenge the devil's rule. Whether it was pride, desperation, or mere foolishness, I cannot say. But it was, nonetheless, a grave mistake. Zarovich did not argue, negotiate, commanded the river Luna to rise, and it obeyed. The waters swallowed Perez whole. No building was left standing, and few lives were spared. The survivors found themselves lost, adrift, broken. Most found their way north here to Valaki, where they struggled to forge new lives amongst the ruins of the old. What did Defiance earn Perez? A marsh, some broken stone, a stark, cold warning to anyone that would follow in their path. What? As a child, I once heard a story, a beautiful tale, of a sword that shone with the fury of the sun, a mighty weapon, one that would dawn a new age for Barovia and the dreams of a little girl. But a lady cannot waste time on fairy tales. Waste time on fool's errands. She must take the world as it is, not the way she wishes it could be. We live under Zarovich's rule. Survival requires pragmatism. A lord at peace can be reasoned with, even ignored with sufficient assurance paid. But a vengeful lord cannot be put aside so easily. Defiance leads to nothing but destruction. Perez learned the hard way. She actually wanders over towards, while she's been talking the last few points, she probably would have wandered toward Irina and put despite her kind of cold speech and stuff, she kind of puts a hand softly on Irina's shoulder, gives her a little squeeze. It is our duty, our obligation, to both our ancestors and to our children, to take the lesson of Perez to heart. Do not expect for you to love the Lord. I do not love the Lord. But with me, you will find a reason in this town. You will find an ally in this town. Hope that you will consider my request. She sits back down in her seat.
Fiona, I do have a question. I appreciate the candor of which you've spoken to us. I too have heard rumors of such a sword. I'd be curious to know these tales of your childhood. Such a trifle thing, but it has in fact piqued my interest. Could perhaps sway me in taking out this individual. Just simple knowledge.
The tales I was told spoke of no specifics of this relic. It just spoke of a foretelling one day someone carrying the sword and freeing Barovia of the darkness. A tale you tell a scared child. What have you heard of it?
Just that this sword is light itself, you know, pushing back the darkness with its brilliance. I'm sure it's a falsity, something to make you sleep at night, but curious, that's all.
She actually smiles a little bit at you and says, I do not begrudge your hope that this valley may once escape Strahd's control. You are new here. Hope is good. I do not want to destroy your hope or bring pain where it is unnecessary. But I will be as the willow if need be before the storm of Strahd. However cowardly that may be.
I don't know if it's cowardice, Fiona. It's more just odd bedfellows that I think, I don't want to speak for the whole of the group, but at least currently there's some alignment in our thought process. Though I do think it's two rivers that will intersect and then part ways, perhaps quickly.
I will lift no finger to stop you if you oppose Strahd. Please do not bring harm upon Vallaki if you do.
I'm gonna look at Ro, kind of give a shrug.
Gives a little nod.
So let's say we do give this, and I look at Silas, poison bottle of wine, wink. What then? Where can we find this wannabe devil?
I agree with Corvus. Is there any more information you can give us? Where he haunts, where he goes? I mean, what you've given us has been valuable. I don't want to detract from that, but
She nods graciously. Espionage and assassination is far from my area of expertise. I have an associate which will meet with you. speak of the details of your mission. If we are in agreement, I will send one of my associates to you tomorrow morning. Perhaps breakfast at the Blue Water Inn.
Is that where we're staying? I forget.
Yes.
If you want to. It's basically the only beds you found. It's the only inn in town, really.
Oh, no, I want a real sleep, so yeah.
I think we can agree to meet with your man.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, and thank you for considering this request for the good of Valaki.
For the people.
Yes. Did you guys have anything else that you wanted to ask her before the evening draws to a close, or?
Is there gonna be like dessert or?
It was just the beef. Okay.
That's all right.
Andy,
No, that's all right.
I have a question just because of
It was a
memory.
lamb.
Okay.
It was a lie.
Of course I knew it was a lamb. The original tarot card Dream one was about a sword of sunlight, right?
Hold up, dude.
Dude.
Wait, can I do that? Is it in here?
Yeah, dude.
How do I?
It's under character notes, Taroka reading.
You made that shit up.
No, man.
Character note.
In fact, I was about to suggest you guys start glancing at those every once in a while, so you can remind yourself of the clues that she gave you.
Yes, the bishop. There it is.
20 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were five
sword.
readings.
Pile of treasure beyond a set of amber doors. Okay, that was in my thing. I just didn't have the picture of this weird ass fucking guy. Okay.
Swan.
So I picked up on that shit.
Big fella.
I didn't realize there were images. I gotta update my OneNote.
There's images, man. Yes, there should be.
I'm just looking at my notes from tonight.
Look,
I can probably find it somewhere.
just
Yes,
every night look for ways to connect the tarot cards to anything you're saying. Sometimes I am the guy with the strings on the board and his hair's all puffed up. But tonight I feel like it's there. I'm feeling it.
And I'm trying to be very light-handed with my clues, since this is a long burn campaign. So that every once in a while, when one of you guys is like, "Oh shit!" It feels real good.
Shit.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, did you see the Taraka reading stuff? The knowledge protection power.
Oh yeah, I'm up a day to
There's
my
clues
OneNote.
for all.
Oh man, look at this fucking protection guy. He's dope as shit.
We gotta go back to what's his face, the toy guy, right? Like,
We
there's something there.
do. He's something. He's something. And I hate it.
Stella.
The traitor, huh? Look for a den of wolves and the hill overlooking a mountain. We gotta do that shit. Okay, cool. I don't necessarily have anything else for her, though.
Okay.
Sword of Sun.
I mean, we gotta get that fucking sword, though. I mean...
there's also holy symbol of great hope.
Right? Is that the protection one? Yeah. Just gotta find a wolf down, which is probably werewolves. Can you stop being a werewolf for a moment? That would be cool.
I just gotta go get the. Just the guy can the curse.
Yeah, I have the artifact, which is look for an entertaining man with a monkey. This man is more than he seems. That's all I have. That was in
Yeah.
my readings.
You got a reading about the Donjon card as well.
Donjon.
Yeah, the Baron's son. His house is his prison.
Let me look. Let me look. Let me look.
Under Taraka allies.
Oh, it's over here. Jean. There it is. Victor. Yeah. Search for the troubled young man surrounded by wealth and madness. His home is his prison. And I put Victor? Question mark?
I think you guys determined that the innocent card was for Irina.
Yeah. This is Irina. Arabella said so. I wrote it in my notes.
I just haven't updated that to ally discovered.
Is the Raven my Raven?
Hell no.
Son of a bitch. Donjon.
Doesn't look the same. Your raven has like bluish wings.
But the Tempter's a vampire. Put the whammy on you because you're a dumbass one.
Oh, whammy.
Look,
Maybe.
have you looked at her? I mean, I'm sorry.
I mean, you knew she was a vampire, right?
We know the hooded
She's like,
one,
let
right?
me give you a private tour. And you're like, okay, you're hot.
I mean,
That's how it went.
that is what I said. So
Isn't that a horseman?
do we have the hooded one on here, or is that just my card?
That's just your card.
See
Okay.
the hooded one.
Yeah, the hooded one is. I found it inside the Kaza Tower on the top floor beside a dagger.
So, as the night is wrapping up, and you guys are starting to finish the evening, since it was sort of like a pretty serious in conversation, I'm guessing there's not too much like small talk after you guys have sort of agreed to help.
So we're gonna murder this guy? All right.
Fiona doesn't try to like force small talk or make it any lighter, but she would thank you all for your time and alliance in this. As you guys depart, where would you like to go?
What time of day is it? Is it night?
It's evening, yeah. It's nighttime. This was a late dinner.
Well, I mean, do you want to see if Blansky's is open?
Maybe you seem like he probably lived there.
No, we should not go see him at night. We should go during normal business
Got
hours.
a crazy monkey. Okay, so she said that douchebag drinks a lot. Is there any like, bars in town that we could maybe just walk into and see if he's there?
I don't think so.
Is that Rita's staying the Blue Water Inn with us?
I think she has been. Yeah.
At some point, Laura wants to talk to Corvus and/or Silas without Irina. She just want to be like, Irina, go to bed. We have to talk without you.
Wow. All right, well, we can go to the.
Go to bed, Irina.
Well, here's what I'll do. I will send.
If the opportunity arises,
I'll
Laura
send a.
needs to talk to them without Irina.
I'll
Okay.
send a message
You,
in your head.
You want to send her to like the.
I don't blatantly like sending her away. Just if the opportunity arises.
She also has been, so she does have a bed at the church, because you guys have been, like, having her be at the church as well.
Well,
Right.
That's
the
right, 'cause
church
we
is
thought
like
that would
safe
be
now,
safe.
right? I mean,
The
the
church
whole
is safe now.
Don Father Leone came down and said it was fine. So I mean,
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
there, let's send her there. You probably even suggested it. It's a holy place now.
So what do you want to do?
She has been sleeping at the church?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then after we drop her off at the church, I'll talk to
You
them.
want to drop her off at the church? Okay.
I actually
Rena's
feel
at
good
the
about that.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Rena.
Well, I just
So we all walk to the church first?
Yeah.
So not going to Blinsky's.
no.
No,
We'll go to the
I think-
church. We'll get Irina safe home. That makes more sense.
Okay. So the Blue Water Inn?
So then after they drop Irina off,
Yep.
we're able to say to the rest of them, if there's a chance that Isak is Irina's brother, we need to let her know and see if that needs to influence how we handle the situation. It's not fair of us to withhold that information from her and plan to murder someone who may be her brother without her knowing.
What do you think she knows? If anything.
You guys told her anything?
Nope.
No.
I wouldn't have told her shit.
We've only made assumptions.
Wait. This is just
She's
Abe's.
mentioned a couple of times having dreams of a wolf chasing her through the woods near a lake.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she
Do
told us
remember
about that. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She sure did.
And you guys learned this from the crazy books that you read?
Uh-huh.
Crazy book.
Okay.
Yep. That his sister was eaten by wolves when she was like 4. And then his parents killed themselves.
That was one of my favorite cliffhangers, was dropping that on Dane right before calling a session.
Yeah.
So she is
Here it
the girl that
is.
was, quote, eaten by wolves?
It is within the realm of possibility. We don't know any of this for sure, but
Okay, this makes more sense, because I remember you dropping that cliffhanger. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means. Okay, let me add that to my notes.
Page 4.
Okay. Got it. Well,
so Irina's dad is dead, but her brother is still alive.
Older brother. Yep.
Or like her brother from the other
Oh,
town.
yeah. Brother from the other mother.
It's Mark.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Mark.
And he is older or younger?
I thought he was the same. Is he the same
They're
age?
roughly the same age, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it was no secret that she's adopted.
Okay.
Like that's well established.
Okay.
She clearly
Question is, does she
doesn't look at
remember
all like
anything?
family. It wasn't like held secret from her that she's adopted.
Right.
She knows
Did she remember anything before being adopted? No.
Yeah, she did. It was found in the woods.
She was found in the woods. Okay.
Woods.
So he's carrying around this red-headed doll. Or had a red-headed doll made at Blinsky's. Was the doll that was made like just sort of like a nondescript female doll, or was it like clearly like an adult female doll or like a kid female doll? Or was it like more generic?
No, it was wearing exactly the clothes that she's wearing.
Okay.
not weird.
But he had it commissioned after we got to town.
We don't actually know who commissioned it, though, I don't think.
No, we're assuming.
Why does Strahd? Because she's part of a prophecy, isn't she? Redheaded
Strahd
girl
likes redheads.
gonna kill Strahd or something to that nature. That's why he's
No,
obsessed
we're
with
gonna
her.
kill Strahd.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm
But
gonna kill
that-
Strahd.
We're gonna
remember
kill
we had to-
Strahd. Or characters
had to bring
after
her-
these characters.
We made
We had to
promises.
bring her here to keep her safe from Strahd because Strahd wants her because she's part
Got
of
red
some
hair.
kind of fake prophecy.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hmm.
So
All
like,
right.
how much do we tell her though? Because like, if we tell her too much, she might be like, "Oh no, I'm chosen one. I'm gonna go do stuff that I shouldn't be doing."
We cannot murder someone we think might be her brother without sharing the information we have.
I agree. There's an ethical holdup there. But
She
also,
knows that Strahd is in pursuit of her.
let's try putting ourselves in her shoes, and we go and tell her that some murderous
Random
guy with a-
person.
hellfire arm is in fact her brother, long lost.
I mean, what is family after all other than blood? Her family's back in another town. Who says she cares at all?
True. True.
I have
No, you
found,
make a valid point. You do.
I mean,
I have found that you should always assume
the best
the
in
truth
people.
will come out eventually.
Oh, that's not where you're going. Okay.
Don't really
So
see.
you should assume that she will eventually find this information out. And if it is after the fact and not from us, what sort of betrayal is that on
So-
our end?
Right before we kill him, surprise, this might be your brother, then we take him out.
Or do we like take her out to ice cream first and be like, "Hey,
Wait, there's ice cream
you
in
don't
this
wanna sit
town?
down.
I thought this place was a shithole.
you know, gonna
You
want to
guys hear
sit
a
down when
voice
we tell
coming
this to you."
from a south street.
Oh my god, did I read
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. You're a fucking voice.
I am telling you, officer. I do not know why he attacked me. You see.
Jesus
We're gonna murder him
Christ.
right now. We're just
To
gonna
Oh my
south.
god, is it Blinsky? We had to say Blinsky, guys.
You see south along this road, there is a guard that is stooped over a figure in the lying down in the street. It's pretty dark.
God damn it, we should have went to fucking Blinsky's. I'm running that
Um,
direction.
Sure.
Wait, be
Quickly!
quiet.
cool.
I'm running.
I'm gonna snag. What's sneaky?
As you
No.
start running down, you see the guard stands up and faces towards you, puts a hand up and says, "Whoa there. All will be well. Hold still, hold still. It's late."
Oh, we'll be well. This man seems injured. What happened?
Behind him, you see a barely recognizable Gadoff Blitzky. He is a bloody mess. His face is mashed. He is lying on the street, just sort of like propping himself up. But
Was it the monkey?
the
Did the
shop
monkey do
behind him
this?
has a door that is hanging ajar. The hinge is sort of bent, and the windows are broken. Inside the shop, you see the shelves are wrecked. The place looks like a whirlwind. Tornado went through.
Is it because I stole that doll? I do not say that out loud. At all. Um,
I'm gonna step in front of Corvus. I go, forgive me, officer, but we are investigators of sorts ourselves. Perhaps we could help you figure out what happened here.
are you lying to this guard, Dane?
I'm not. I'm an investigator.
Alright. You are. I'm not.
The guard says, "There's nothing to investigate here, isn't that right, Gadolf?" Um, Gadolf Blinsky looks up and very wetly says, "This is all right. All will be well. Nothing happened." So yeah, that's right. Let's get yourself over to the
To the end.
church.
Well, we're good friends. We can offer him a beverage or two. It's always the best thing to kind of brush off bruises, right? From stumbling and falling.
Man needs a healer. Let's get him to the church.
We were heading that direction anyway. I have to have a word with the priest that I totally forgot to have when I was at the church 15 minutes ago.
Bro, we were right there already.
I know.
Jesus.
I forgot I'm a werewolf.
Guard nods. He seems to be like pretty happy to speak this
Alright.
problem.
We're gonna walk Blinsky to the church where somebody fucking remind me to ask to get my curse fixed.
Bro, fucking there's skin and hair. I don't know what's happening. Fucking fix it, okay? Jesus.
Is
I'm
is
a
the
werewolf.
officer like leaving the scene? Because I'm totally gonna fucking investigate this.
Investigate it.
I go. I'll
Blinsky
catch up.
looks
I'll catch up with you
weird.
guys.
Really weird.
Well, as soon as the officer's like out of sight, I will work on helping Blinsky.
Okay.
Jesus.
Will heal.
But yeah, the officer did seem like concerned about getting him to healing, but as soon as you guys looked like you were going to be helping him, he was like, "Okay, fine."
Heal.
But he also he was half interested in like healing Blinsky, but also half interested in being like, "No, you didn't accuse who you just said you accused."
Everything's great, guys. Don't worry about it. All be
Yeah.
well.
I'm gonna pursue.
Well, I'm not gonna do my burst because that'll hurt Silas.
Oh my god. And dead.
I'm gonna
It does
pursue a
more-
lead
does more healing.
on.
Too, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should have done the second one, not the.
I have like a
I'm gonna
healing
pursue a
potion if you
lead.
want.
Barbarian. No,
On
it's
the-
fine. I'm gonna heal versus living, not versus undead.
And Silas is dead.
No, we're not
Pursue a
doing my
lead on
burst.
the
I'm just...
shop.
So, what's your lead?
I want to pursue who broke into the shop and why.
Oh, he's
That's what I'm
reaching.
investigating.
Yeah, he doesn't need to go to the church now, but I need to go to the church. Don't even forget I have to go to the church.
Okay.
Dane, can I ask you a personal question?
Ew.
What do these pursuing leads actually do?
Gives me a bonus to my perceptions and other
Oh,
skills related
alright.
to the lead.
That wasn't Corvus asking. That was just, me learning Pathfinder.
Sure.
Related to
I was really
the
hoping
lead
you were like,
itself.
absolutely nothing. It doesn't do anything.
Sounds cool.
All right. We'll go with you first, Silas. What do you want to do in there?
I'm going to investigate the door and the hinges to see if they were broken or skillfully tampered with.
Skillfully
An
broken.
investigation.
I'm rolling. This. And pursue lead. And yeah.
In examining the door, you see a burning hand mark. This seems to be splintered the edge of the door. You notice no tool marks around the lock or anything, but the hinge seems to have been bent, and some of the screws are almost pulled out of the hinge at the top of the door, making it sort of lean down at the top.
Looks like you may have found where Isaac has been most recent. It's been most recently. I'm gonna point to the burning handprint on the door, or the burned handprint on the door.
Totally Corpus's fault.
I'll go inside the shop and take a look around in there.
Okay. Inside the shop. Go ahead and roll a crafting roll.
A bit blurry. Oh, crafting, you say?
Hmm.
That's supposed to be hidden. 25.
So it looks like the craftsmanship, from what you can tell, these shelves were all lined with toys of. Have you been in here?
Nope.
If you've been in here.
Just me.
First time.
There's so many different toys, this odd eccentric toys that all have something really weird about them. Like it's a carousel that's all skeleton horses, or the nesting dolls that get older and older the deeper inside you get, or all of them have been burned. Everything that has been crafted in here that was up for display has been burned, and there are scorch marks on all the shelves. Several of the shelves have been knocked over and broken. Near the door, you see an intact crate with 4 bottles of wine in it.
I'm gonna take a look at the wine. It's that guy kind of label on it or anything.
Yeah, they're labeled Wizard of Wines Winery Red Dragon Crush.
Is it like burned around the crates?
Yeah, it's almost like they're on the ground right inside the door, and then inside the shop is just a wreckage. They are not burnt or broken at all. Outside, what are you guys doing with Blinsky? He's semi-coherent, even though you just gave him a ton of healing.
Well, go ahead, Ro.
Before you question him while I bandage him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask him.
Dude, what happened?
Dude,
What the fuck?
To your face.
It's no fun, it's no Blinsky.
Is no fun. Blinsky, you said, of course, and I look around, all will be, fuck that. You were surprised he attacked you? Who is, apparently I'm from Black Elf, said, who is, he? Who was the man who attacked your shop?
He kind of pulls you close. He's been like staring since you guys healed him. He's been like staring at his shop, and his eyes are just like welling up with tears. But he pulls you down and he whispers, "Is that Captain Izek? He want doll I make for him."
Oh, Corvus.
I did not have it. I did not have it. He break everything until me make him another, or he burned down shop.
Do I still have that doll in my inventory? I hope not.
You gave it to what's her face? Did you give it to the kid?
I gave it to the kid, I think.
Did you give it to Arabelle? You gave like all the toys to Arabelle because you felt so bad.
I
'cause
did.
you sent her
I am a
away.
caring person. It's
Listen,
not
you gave her all the toys. I gave her
anywhere
fucking
in
toys
my
before. We gave her
inventory.
all of our stuff.
Yes. Okay, it's good. And I gave that dog away to that guy that fell off a mountain. Okay, it's good. It's fine. Well, that seems unreasonable
Give it all our
for
shit
a
away.
doll. Why was it so important?
I do not know. He's crazy. I do not. I am not crazy. I do not have crazy mind like him. How do I know this?
Where's the monkey?
I just want to make people happy.
That's all they wanted to do.
Is his monkey
That's
around?
all
Is
I
it
want.
somewhere else? Where is this monkey?
You do not ask.
Thank God. Okay. Blinsky, I fear for you in this loss, in this time of need. We'll get you to the church. We'll take care of this individual. Do you have anywhere to stay? Any safe place while we assist?
I have bed upstairs. I sleep in.
Okay, I meant outside of this place.
No, people mostly do not want to see me outside of store.
They don't like seeing you outside the store. Or they don't want to see you outside. There's a lot
This
of
town
levels.
is strange. I think this town not understand me.
As soon as my friend,
Nobody understands you.
as soon as Silas is done, I'm gonna take you to a very dear friend of mine at the St. Andrew's Parish, and we'll find you a place for the time being. I don't think it's safe to return to this shop.
Okay. He seems pretty out of it. He'll go with you if you want to take him somewhere. He's like, consider he's like wounded too because he got put down by a crit.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh.
Do we need to like clean out the cash register? Not to like steal it, just so it's not like in an open shop with a broken door.
Silas, steal everything.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant like
If it's not
pull
bolted
the door
down, take
shut,
it.
pull it locked. Is the door repairable so we can lock up his shop?
No.
I mean, we
Okay.
could ask him.
Eventually, that would take some time. You could repair it.
Let's
Go
ask him.
back in with what are you asking?
Let's ask him. Blinsky. As I mean, I worked in a couple of places in my youth. I mean, is there funds here that you should retrieve before we take you away? I don't want people ransacking your home.
He took my money.
That
He took all of your money?
son of a bitch. I feel somewhat responsible for this.
I'll step out. I'll step out of the shop,
okay.
holding a bottle of wine. And go. Do you sell wine in your shop too, Blinsky?
He looks confused. No, this is not mine. I am professional businessman. I do not drink on the job.
Silas, why would you even
I
ask
work
that?
with children. I make children happy.
I found a case of wine in the shop. Seemed odd.
Did you follow that lead?
Maybe this is Isaac's favorite. I'm gonna kind of shake the bottle of Red Dragon Crush.
At the sound of Isaac's name again. Says, I must start working on the doll. I must. He will burn down the shop if I must. I must make him the doll. Thank you for your healing.
You must go get a night's sleep in the church, and you can return to your work tomorrow. But for now, you need to rest somewhere safe.
Yes, safely.
We'll escort you to the church.
He just nods.
I can probably fix this door, or at least board it up. If you guys can help me find some materials.
I have copper pieces, 5.
Oh shit! I took my lock spell. I don't know if I can lock the door if it's broken.
That's dope.
After it mostly looks like it's going to be the hinge is going to be the issue. You just have to like bend the hinge back. But you think you can probably do it.
Dude, Ro can do that. She's ripped.
Simple repair kit stuff. You can do it.
I just have thievery tools.
You guys do have a repair kit, right?
I don't have a repair kit.
I mean,
So that would be such materials. If we could find a repair kit, I could repair the shit out of the door.
We will for sure have essentially a
Repair
repair
kit.
kit within the shop.
I mean-
No, my lock spell. I can lock a door or a container that has some sort of latch. If the
Okay.
latch is broken.
Well, it just the door won't actually get into the latch. Maybe you can probably muscle it in.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll muscle
Yeah.
it in and then
Muscle
cast
it.
lock on it.
Sure.
I'm gonna search for a repair kit inside of his shop.
Fuck
You can
yeah.
find a repair kit.
Oh man, did you find two?
I
Just in
magically
case?
locked the door while you were inside. Sorry, you're trapped there
You
for
steal
like
some
12
of
hours.
you steal some of Blinsky's tools.
The windows are
Yeah.
broken. Just jump out the
Stolen.
window. The door's now locked. The windows are broken. This is horrible. We are
Alright,
the
I'm gonna
worst
All the
people.
money is gone because you stole a doll.
Look,
I'm gonna repair this door.
it seemed like
Yeah.
a good idea. I have a little bit of regret. I feel
Well,
like this
my God.
may be my responsibility.
It entirely is your responsibility.
No, Silas fixed it. It's fine.
Hey, don't you have
Yeah,
a
and
shield
I also
that
fixed
needs
his
fixing
face.
too?
It doesn't mean his trauma is gone.
So you can fix up the hinge. You do
Alright.
a quick job on it, but it's enough to get the door back in the jam.
Cast lock on the door
Perfect. How long does that last?
until my next daily preparations, or I can dismiss the spell at any time from any distance.
Wow.
So when I wake up in the morning and pray, it'll stop.
As long as any would-be thieves don't have a arm made of literal hellfire, shop should be safe enough.
Blinsky,
They
did
don't
he
go through a broken
did he give
window.
you a deadline to when you had to get this doll that you speak of that I've never heard of before?
He said, "I must have it by dusk tomorrow."
I mean, how long does it take to make a doll?
I could do this. I could do this by dusk tomorrow.
First sleep, then we'll return you to your shop. We'll help you out, do what we need to do.
You don't need to make a replacement doll, but we will take care of this.
He seems very overwhelmed right now.
Let's get you to the church.
Okay. He just got beaten,
Mm-hmm.
punched in the face until he was unconscious.
Silas, did you bring that wine? Perhaps we'll bring that with us. That'd be a good drink for all of us.
Yeah, I'll grab the bottles.
All right.
So he has no recollection of where those bottles came from?
At least not
Again,
this time. He's overwhelmed.
He's overwhelmed. He got his shit beat out of him. Okay, just it's
Yep.
weird that they're there.
Like
I agree, it's weird.
Possible. I think Izak was carrying something indoor, but he started screaming so soon.
He's probably carrying his case of wine on his way home from work. He's gonna pick up his weird doll to do whatever with it.
Like you
Take
do.
his case of
Weird
wine,
dolls.
Okay.
his doll,
And Nate,
and then he.
I think-
freaked out
I believe
when
this
the
is
doll wasn't
important.
there.
to our,
It's
know,
All
everything we're doing.
important. Is all important.
And Blinsky, I'm gonna let you finish, and we'll get back to you in a second. But did you see where this wine came from?
The Wizards of Winery Place. Wizards
That's
of Wine.
That's a local winery, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Kresk or
Local
Cree
witch.
or something.
Well, if we know his favorite brand and his favorite vintage,
Hmm.
we may be able
Maybe.
to.
Maybe
Make sure he
Cloris
gets-
sent him with an apology bottle.
We can maybe make sure that he gets the bottle that Fiona sent us with.
Exactly. Blinsky will provide you with an apology bottle tomorrow after you finish the
Yeah.
doll. It'll be
Never
fine.
mind. Let's
What?
take care of Mr. Blinsky here.
Take him-
and
go
We'll worry about that
Would it-
next.
What he said.
He's no fun. He's no Blitz.
We're gonna take him to the church, and I'm gonna ask what's his face about werewolf stuff.
Still no sign
Okay.
of the monkey.
Oh right.
That fucking monkey is the devil. How far is my message spell work? 500 feet. Fuck! Okay.
I sent a message to the monkey.
Such a
No, I'm-
monkey. Yeah, like what was your plan here?
Fuck. I'm gonna meet you at the church, and I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go towards the
Where-
docks.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna
Corvus?
go get a goddamn doll.
What?
Seems like he's feeling
Does
a
it-
little bit guilty.
Doesn't the girl have the doll?
She's not at the docks. They left, right?
They left, yeah.
Oh.
Fuck!
Go beat up
Okay.
a little girl.
I'm not leaving. I
They were
retcon
gonna leave in
that.
the morning, right?
You're gonna take her doll back?
Well,
They were gonna leave in the morning.
no.
We
I'm
told
gonna
her she
I'm gonna
couldn't
have
be
no
your family
remorse
anymore.
for any
nowhere
issues.
Nowhere in your mind at the time that you were in the store did this ever run through just an inkling.
Look, you guys were all silent during that time. You were like, let's just see what Abe
We
does.
were
It'll
not
be
there.
fine.
You were by yourself. You were by yourself.
I am a loot goblin, okay? It's who I am. I saw loot. I gobbled it.
I believe that Rickton and Arabelle were going to go to the to take her to like spend one night with her family before heading off. So I think they were going down to the
The camp, right? They're gonna
Oh,
go to the camp
that's
and then
that's
go to
too
their
far.
grandmother.
I'm not that
Yeah,
crazy.
no, they're gone.
right. Is that right? They were going to the Vistani camp tonight, and then tomorrow they were going to head off. For the
Yeah.
other stuff.
I think
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. I'm not doing it. Blinsky can make another doll. He's the one that lost it.
We don't have to make a doll. We could just tell the guy to fuck off and murder him. after
Okay, we
tell
can do that
everything
too.
my
But
bigger brother.
I mean, God, there's so many pieces that are moving. Oh my God. It'll be fine.
Abe just wants to make Blinsky feel better. He just
Look,
wants to make
clearly it's not
Oh,
my
I found
fault.
it. I promise I
It's
didn't
not-
steal it.
I found it on the street. I don't know what happened to it. I just
Sorry he got so mad at you. Punched you so hard.
Yeah,
God.
first words to Dane tonight were, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I prepped so much. There's so many
Exact-
things that might happen.
Izek went into that store and he burned all of Blinsky's wonderful toys.
he was
that
gonna
he
do that
spent so much
anyways.
time on.
No matter what.
Was he? Was
Yes. He was gonna be
Or was
like,
he just gonna
this
go
doll is awesome, and then he's gonna burn everything down.
and then rage burn everything? and
Rage
leave
burn
his wine
everything.
there?
It was
Mhm.
yes.
all
He
his
hates
life's
that wine.
work.
This was inevitable. Yeah, he was just gonna.
Look,
No matter what
I
happened.
think
he
we
was
should
still-
just head to the
was-
church for healing. It'll be fine.
Yep, we're at the church.
But
Okay.
here, doc,
Yep.
knock, 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 knock.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are easily let in, and
You can't just let everyone in, Father.
Father Lucian Petrovich.
Andrel's church.
What? What's his voice like? It was more Deckard Kane-ish, right?
Yeah, he's a level 20 cleric. I mean, what's he sound like?
Oh, not that high.
18.
Oh, what can I? You were just here. Is everything all right?
Two things. One I've been forgetting about. But Blinsky needs a safe place to
Oh.
spend the night.
And she needs a healing.
He sees to Blinsky and he says, Irina, could you please come help? It looks like you need to find some fresh clothes for Mr. Blinsky. Sees lightness. As Irina hurries out, she starts taking them off away from you guys. Done well with your healing. You said you needed me for another healing?
She will just nod and she will show him her bite. Yeah.
He stares at it for a long moment.
You can heal it, Father.
He's gonna put his hand over it. will utter a prayer.
Come on, the Dawn Father was right here.
Right? The Dawn Father saw me. Why didn't he just heal me?
Father of the Dawn, be with
Nothing's gonna happen. This is the worst church.
Ro.
Yep. 100%.
This this affliction she bears. Let her avoid the temptation of the flesh.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay, Father, that's not what she was asking for.
Is what she needs. I ask for the power to take this affliction from her, so that she will harm no innocents, as is her wish, as is your will. A soft plate gets from under his hands. You feel a tingling there. Heart persists as he takes his hand away. He looks at you kind of with a... He smiles. His eyes are very sad.
Ew.
He kind of takes the hand that was on your arm and grabs your shoulder and says, I hoped it would work.
Hoped it would work? Fuck.
That might be a good time to call it for tonight.
What? Fuck that shit!
He did, and it just didn't work.
He did. He cast it.
And nothing happened.
Well, something happened, but it didn't work.
The worst.
Barovia.
Bad cleric.
Barovia sucks.
I'm just gonna be a werewolf, I guess.
No, you can shove that flower or whatever down your throat. It'll
Or-
be fine.
Oh my god.
I will say, as he says, I hoped it would work. You recall Ro coming to this place. You recall feeling the separation as if you were a sailor sailing away from home. You could feel the distance from your faith and from your holy strength stretching and fading as you came to this place.
I mean, clerics just have like a cap on spells, because that would suck.
That would suck.
Fuck. Is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Blinsky. I mean, we don't have to stop. We can go to the Blue Water Inn if you guys want to end up in the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah.
We want to get there eventually, but I'm good
Okay.
to stop there.
It's
I'm just
fine.
like,
If I didn't use my hero point tonight, do I get to carry it over for next time?
No, we should just tell her. Okay, we should tell Irina tonight. Not like tonight in real life, but like tonight in game. Because if we're gonna like kill her brother tomorrow.
I got this. Irina, your brother is probably this
Oh my
weird
God.
guy. You were adopted, and they found you in the woods. I got it. Band-Aid ripped. Hero point used.
we'll pick up next time. You guys can figure out if you want to do that in the Church of St. Andrew after Ro has failed being cured of lycanthropy.
Fuck. I may have gotten Blinsky almost killed.